Okay, welcome to another episode of Motivational Monday, where each one teach one. Myself and Philia is here. Hi, Philly.
Hey, honey, how are you?
Blessed and highly favored. Okay.
Awesome. Hey, everybody.
Father, we come before you today acknowledging that we need your daily wisdom to navigate the choices before us. Your words promises to give us wisdom generously. So we ask for your discernment, heart, and mind. Teach us to walk in your ways and not our own ways. When we feel overwhelmed or uncertain, center us in your truth. Give us the courage to follow your path, even when it's difficult, and the wisdom to turn away from anything that takes our eyes off of you. May your Holy Spirit guide us through words and action today so that our life brings glory to your name. We trust to you to direct our steps in no other name, but in Jesus' name we pray. Amen and amen.
Amen. All right.
Yes, hope everyone is having a fantastic week.
Yes, we
So,
are.
how have you been?
I've been well. I just came back from a women's retreat, which was excellent. It took place in I forgot some Lake Creek in Maryland, like which is actually the border of Pennsylvania. And I went horseback riding. We did a spa. We did, of course, hiking. It was just really great. So we need to do a lot more women's empowerment times like that because we need a break too and time to ourselves. So it was
I think it's good for the soul always, when you can catch up
Mhm.
and just,
Right.
refresh, get a refresher.
Absolutely.
Okay, so word
Uh-huh.
of the week.
Okay, our word of the week is frenetic. Frenetic is Frenetic. And frenetic comes from the word frantic, and it means something that is filled with excitement, activity, or confusion. Frenetic.
Phonetic. Very
Yes.
interesting.
Yes.
Every week we learn something new, right?
It is. It is. And now we know it comes, words, all words come from a word. So frenetic comes from frantic. So it's really
All
good.
the time, all the time. All
Yes.
right.
Okay.
So, verse
Scripture.
of the week.
Okay, verse of the week. It's taken from Psalms 56, verse 3, and it says, "But when I am afraid, I will put my trust in you." And I love that because what happens is that we love to control everything. And
Yes.
when we have to realize that Jesus take the wheel, if we are afraid, God does not operate in fear. We should allow God to just take the wheel, relax, and just let Him allow Him to take
Take
on
the
our
course.
burdens.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
I
yes.
think so. I think too, sometimes we feel we in control of everything. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes we just need to be still and know that he's there and
Yes.
just give it all to him.
Give it all.
A lot of us too have undecided minds at times,
Right.
but we have to get away of that fear and face our fears. So I
Yes.
like that. All
Amen
right.
to that. Love it. Love it. Love it.
So
Okay.
this month we still celebrating woman, right?
Yes. 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 It's up to yes until the all of March is all
Okay,
women's
good.
women's month. Yeah. So we can
Right.
continue. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So
Okay.
who you recognizing?
So we are recognizing a wonderful Taylor Swift.
Hey, Taylor Swift,
Yes. So
the
Taylor Swift,
Swifties.
the Swifties, right? So Taylor Swift says her quote is to truly love is to have the courage to walk away and the other person who let the other person who wants to be free to free them no matter how much it hurts. And what something that we don't realize, and some people might, is that all of Taylor Swift's number one songs are always from a heartbreak where she's never had, I mean, she's definitely in the media for just being a super phenomenal I guess singer, performer, triple threat, but her love life is always in social media. But all of her best songs come from her heartbreaks. So this artistic evolution has allowed her to be very relevant, and it allows her to be connected to her audience. So we're gonna give her a shout out.
Okay,
All
very
right.
well. So we
Yes.
want to shout out birthdays today, and I want to say, Deandra Holder, happy birthday.
Happy
May God bless you
birthday.
to see many more. All
Mhm.
those that had a birthday past weekend, may God continue to richly bless you guys. And if I forget anyone, please forgive me. All right.
Yes.
So I just
Mm-hmm.
have a short health tip for you guys today, and we're just going to touch a little bit about bone density, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bone density is a much mineral, mainly calcium, is packed into your bones. Think of it like this: bones are like solid rocks, they have a structure kind of like a honeycomb. When bone density is high, the structure is stronger. When bone density is low, bones get weaker and can break more easily. Doctors usually talk about bone density when checking for the lower than normal or osteoporosis, bones that are much weaker and more fragile. A bone density test can scan certain bones, often on your hip or your spine, to see how strong they are. Things that can affect bone density include age, hormones, exercise, calcium, vitamin D, and family history. A good everyday move for bone health is weight bearing exercise like walking, dancing, or strengthening training.
Mm.
Philly?
All right. We hear that.
Yeah, right?
We need
Because
that.
a lot of, sometimes they say you have brittle bones.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
Those are really important. I think actually I think when I went to my doctor, he asked me if I got a bone density test, and now that I'm 52, he said I was supposed to
Mm-hmm.
already be doing that. So definitely, of course, I'm always doing my mammograms and my GYN appointments, and I did my first colonoscopy, and he said I have to do bone density as well because yes, our bones get brittle. Of course, they always say you need calcium, but you also need to walk, you also need to be active, mobile, you need to eat better. So all of those things, you need your vitamin D, your vitamin E, your magnesium. So we have a lot that we need to put into our bodies so that we can be in optimal health. And definitely with age, it declines. So we want to make sure we stay on top of it.
Yeah, I think so too. I think too, exercise is very important.
Mm-hmm.
I think especially when we at a particular age and you
Right.
really have to take your vitamins and calcium and
Mhm.
to just strengthen you because your body lose these masses when you're going up there. As I just
Right.
say, we climbing higher. So we really
Absolutely.
have to and a lot of people too can't drink milk. Some people lactose intolerance and different things like that. But we
Right.
still have to try to, eat and drink. Or I will always say, like, sometimes the tablets, they have tablets in so many forms now,
That's true.
so that you could take it and just keep up and make sure that you're taking care of yourself. As you say, this is the time of the year we still what in March, and if it didn't get your health, start with your health. Your teeth. We women have to do with GYN. We have to do
Mm-hmm.
our blood work.
Mm-hmm.
Your eye tests, your teeth.
Yep.
So you really have to take care of yourself.
Right.
Your health is your strength and your wellness. And
Mm-hmm.
that's for you really to, push forward
Mm-hmm.
and do better all the time. So I would always say that your health is first, because if you're not strong, you can't do anything,
That's true.
and you have to put in good things in your body in order for it to come out, correct?
Absolutely. What you put in is what you put out. And that is our temple. Like we have to really take care of our bodies because it truly is our temple. Yes.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes. So we're gonna bring on Paula now because Paula is no stranger
Mm-hmm.
to. I had to get my hat. Oh my God. Philly, just talk for one moment. Go ahead,
Okay.
talk.
Okay. You got to get your hat. Okay. Sure. No problem. Well, while Phyllis is getting her lovely hat, we are going to introduce Miss Paula Loney. Paula is no stranger to Motivational Monday. What we love about Paula is that she's very innovative, she's very insightful, she is very real, very transparent, and we love what she offers us. She gives us insight on mind, body, and soul, and she gives us the total tea that we need to be the best versions of ourselves. So when we bring on Paula, she's going to talk to us about mind, body, and soul and her upcoming event, which is called Caps and Hats. And she will give us more information so that we all can partake in this wonderful event that will be coming, I believe, on March 28th.
Yes. So
Yes.
I got my hat, Paul. I got her hat. Let me bring her on up.
You
Yes,
got
yes,
it.
yes.
Hi.
Hello,
Hi, ladies. How
beautiful.
are y'all doing?
We are
Blessed and
well. You
highly
look
favored.
gorgeous.
Awesome, awesome.
Yes.
So,
Mhm.
welcome to Motivational Monday.
Thank
Yes.
you, thank you.
So,
Looking
we're going to talk a
spiffy.
little bit about hats and caps and
Hmm.
all the good things that you have to offer. So,
Yes.
Okay.
Paula, how have you been since Philly and I? Well, the last time you came on with Philly and myself, right?
Right. That was the
Um,
last time we were on with her. Yes.
yes, yes, yes. And you guys, when you guys came to the spa, that's
Right.
Hmm.
Okay.
yeah,
Which
yes,
means
yes,
it's
yes.
time. It's that time again.
It's
Spring is
that
coming.
time again.
We want to spring into
Definitely.
action and spring it up.
It's definitely that time again.
Yes.
But
Yes.
otherwise, I'm good. Just taking it one day at a time. Planning,
Hmm.
planning an event is not an easy thing.
Hmm.
And this time I actually took it up a notch, so it's bigger than the other events that I have done. It's my
Hmm.
second hat event, but this time I'm actually doing it at the Marriott JFK.
Hmm.
So
Right.
again, I've taken it up a notch. So
Right.
with this event, it's empowerment and education, right? So I
Right.
actually have a couple ladies that's going to be on the panel. So I have like two nurses, a doctor, a wellness doula, and a occupational therapist slash fitness trainer that's going to be on my panel. And then I have some beautiful vendors are going to be there with their products and items to
Hmm.
sell. Um, and of course, we're going to have wonderful, wonderful prizes. So,
Awesome.
yes,
Okay, good.
yes.
So, how did you came up with the idea, hats and caps?
Okay, well, the first time, I mean, I'm creative and I'm always trying to think out of the box to do
Hmm.
things to bring people together while
Hmm.
tying in the necessary information that's needed, right? So
Right.
the first hats and cap I did, I tied it into wellness. And here I also had the ladies and we had some testosterone in the building. So I say when I'm gonna do it again, I wanna do it the same way. I want men to participate also, to be a part of it. So that event was about wellness, and this event is also about wellness, but I have put it whereby we are going to be discussing the menopausal stages,
Okay,
right? And then I'm also going to be tying in ED, which is erectile dysfunction, which is
that's
on
a
the
big
men.
one.
Yes, well, I've been doing my research. I'm getting my information on it. So I'm going to put out as much that I have, gotten, so that at least women can understand that we are going through the menopausal symptoms and we want to be understood. The men are going through their problems and they want to be understood, but there's a difference there because the line is a little thinner because the men really don't speak about it. They are not speaking about it. And as women, we can tell when something is wrong with our man. You
Right.
know, with them now with us, yeah, we really act out on it, and we
Mm-hmm.
talk, and we are very verbal about how we are feeling. But
Right.
the men, when they're going through that, they get kind of closed in,
Right.
because they don't know how to have the conversation. They
Mhm.
don't know how to deliver the conversation. And I think if they do open up to their woman, they would be shocked to realize how understanding we will be
Right.
at that point in their life. So we have this same woman going through midlife crisis, men going through midlife crisis. That's because their hormonal level also drops, their
Right.
testosterone
Mhm.
also drops, and their function changes.
Mhm.
Right.
So I have this thing that I normally would say to my clients, that when a woman can last for the rest of her life, a man really cannot. A
Right.
man can have children for the rest of his life, and a woman cannot.
Mhm.
Right?
Right.
So there's the difference. But again, communication is the key to anything. And if we are able to sit down with our partners, once we see things are happening differently, the relationship would be, it would be different. It would be better.
Right.
Right.
That makes sense. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love the fact that, you talk about the idea of communication, because you're right. It's a touchy topic, especially when you're talking about your partner declining, especially in the area of intimacy. But intimacy is not just
Mhm,
about sex, and I think that if
mhm,
the
mhm,
couples can really understand that, they may not feel as bad when things are changing. Like with me, my concern was I married someone who was 10 years younger, and I feel like I got to keep it up. And and it's like I think I'm fully menopausal, but I think the last time I saw my menses, it was in May of 2022. So now we're going into 4 years, and of course your
mhm.
body changes. So we've had those conversations, like, do you think your body has changed, and are you into me? Because I feel like, you wouldn't jump my bones like before. And I'm like, well, first of all, not that there should be an excuse, but,
Right.
before, when you're dating, of course, you're trying to get it in when you're dating, but when you're married, it's easy to become complacent. But I don't want the complacency, because that's the thing that is the first thing that kind of starts to go. It's the
Yes.
frequency, is the everything. So we're always trying to discuss ways to, always spice it up, make it better. It may not be as frequent, but what are some things? Of course, with menopause, women experience, vaginal dryness, and now, like, I did not like the whole idea of, how you call it, creams, and how you call it, lubes and stuff. So
Yeah.
I have like low.
The HRT. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So they gave me
Mm-hmm.
estradiol, which is like inserts, because I didn't like the cream. I didn't like the white creamy stuff, but I like the
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
estradiol inserts because it's once or twice a week, and I'm finding that, now I feel a little more leveled in that department, and things seem more natural, as opposed to having to always take something topical to make things
Right.
better. So it's just interesting now. And even though we're newly married, it's like I'm starting to experience those kind of setbacks. And it's like, okay, we're not trying to do that. And yet still have the communication that the love is still there, the passion is still there. But sometimes when your body changes, you have to address that. It's not an emotional thing. Sometimes it's just a physical, challenge, but it doesn't have to be a thing. We can talk about it and work on these things together. And so this is the new thing that's going on in my life. So I appreciate you being able to just candidly talk about these things, and it doesn't have to be taboo. We talk about it,
Yeah.
and these are things that we go through. So yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I think, again, when we speak about communication, right? Because
Hmm.
you said something which is very important, and it
Hmm.
shouldn't always be about intimacy, and intimacy is just not always sex.
Right.
And
Right.
once that is understood, because you're supposed to be at a point in your relationship where you guys can do other things that's going to stimulate you,
Mhm.
right? Good conversations, walks, movies, dinners, other things that is going to keep the relationship healthy,
Right.
right?
Right.
So if you are just focusing on the physical part, then
Right.
there's always going to be a problem.
Right.
So we understanding as women the stages and the changes in our bodies, right? and not explaining it to our men, they look at us in so many different, like we have so many different heads, because
Right.
it feels like that sometimes. So they look at us that way, and trying to figure out, or they separate, they move themselves away from us.
Right.
And then when they're going through their problem and we notice it, because we do notice it,
Mm-hmm.
and you're asking, is everything okay? The response is maybe harsh at times, because they don't know how to explain that, because for them that's a big
Big
part of
part of
them.
their
Right.
manhood.
Yes.
Right.
You
Yes.
know, that's a big part for men. So when they feel like that is no longer alive the way it is supposed to be,
Right.
then it's like, oh my God,
Yeah.
she's gonna leave. What am I
Right.
gonna do?
Right.
But still, you're not telling us. We are
Right.
assuming,
Right.
right? That you're not telling us.
Mm-hmm.
And then later on, when we reach a certain age now, men tend to want companionship, and that's the time when they propose, because now
Right.
you figure, okay, she's here forever now. She ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna
Right.
propose because I can't do nothing. She's gonna
Right.
accept me now.
Right. Right.
But that's the joke that I normally throw in there with that. I mean, even though it seems
Right.
that way sometimes, and I believe it to be fact sometimes, but
Right.
um I just think
Right.
communication overall is the key in a relationship, being able to sit down with your partner
Right.
and actually listening. And that goes both ways.
Right.
I agree. Very good. It's funny you say that because the other day I was speaking to my cousin, and I was like, I shouldn't even be saying this, but I can't wait till ED sets in because then I don't have to always be thinking that I gotta perform all the time. And she busted out laughing. She said, "ED." I was like, "Yeah." I said, "Because whether they like it or not is bound to happen. At some point, it's going to happen, and it would just be. I don't have to be worrying that they're gonna be trying to bother me when I get home. Like I just want to be able to talk and relax and not always feel like I have to be doing something all the time, and always having to perform and do all these little tricks, and I just want to
Right.
relax." So it was
But
a
your
funny.
body, our bodies go up and down, right? There's a
Yes,
time in
you
our
mentioned that. You mentioned
there's a
that.
time that where it spikes for us, and we like
Right,
Right.
literally it have to happen all the time. Then there's that
right.
decrease when we don't want to be
Decrease.
bothered.
Right.
So
Yes,
Right.
but I
yeah.
think I don't want to be bothered. And I'm like, man, ED needs to be kicking in right now. I'll be good.
So
So it's
Paula,
kind of funny you said that.
with the hats and caps,
Uh-huh.
um, so you say you have a competition going on for the best hat or best cap. That means you have to be very innovative.
Yes. You have to be creative. Um you have to be competitive,
Right.
and if you choose to not want to participate, you can still rock a simple nice hat, because
Right.
that's the theme. I'm not going to send you out there to just go spend money on hats, but if you are a competitive person or a creative person, and you're like, oh my God, I love that event, and I want to go win that trip, so I'm going to do my best, because the grand prize for the best hat is going to be an all-inclusive paid trip and hotel, right?
Okay.
The second prize is going to be a 75-inch TV.
Television.
And the
Yes.
third prize is going to be a juicer, right? And I'm
Mm,
going to
Right.
have raffles, and everyone. So even for the individuals who want to come to get the information, to have fun, to connect, and to shop, etc., they
Right.
still have that opportunity to come, and everyone is going to be walking away with a bag. So it's going to be walking away with a gift.
Right.
It's just like the competitive spirit, and just making it fun and exciting, and the fashion and the drive, and you twirl, you bring your hat, you bring your action, your
Right.
energy. Then you put yourself in that space, to win. And again, the ladies that I have there, when you come to the event, and the information that's going to be handing out, in the sense of speaking, in the sense of just traveling to each and every one of the individuals sit down there are going to be questions in your head like, wow, for real?
Okay.
Oh my God.
Right.
Like, yeah, because I
Yes.
do go around people and I do speak, and then I hear a couple women that would say, oh, I never experienced that. Oh, I never,
Yeah.
never. And then I look at them and I will be like, for real, you didn't get no type of experience at all going through the symptoms? And they was like, no. And then when I start to throw out different things, they was like, oh yeah, that
Mm,
did happen to me.
right.
So part of it is being in tune with your body,
Okay.
understanding your body, and knowing what you're going through. Because remember, the generation, there's different generations that come on. Like a lot of us grew up in the Caribbean, it was never a conversation. We didn't know when they was going through menopause, if they went through menopause or anything,
Right.
because it was never a conversation. Because
No.
I have people who ask their parents, and the parents say, oh no, I didn't experience that. But the
Right.
lifestyle was different, the way they ate was different, right? And
Right.
so they never really sat there and consumed it. We're eating different. And a lot of us don't
Yes.
detox our bodies. So
Right.
our bodies are reacting to the environment, the stresses of the work, the stresses of life on a whole.
Right.
So we are more in tune with what's happening. There's something that's happening. This is not right. We're not supposed to feel this way.
Right.
So those are all the questions.
I think you make sense there because I think before it used to be frowned upon, and your parents never really used to teach you anything back in the days. It's always a hide, and they're not coming straight up to let us know anything. It's like you have to go out there and just swim or you drown.
And we
So
swim. We did swim. It was nothing
yeah,
wrong with it,
yeah,
because we learned to swim. Nowadays, the kids them ain't learning to swim.
yeah,
So even like having your menstrual, they would tell you, oh, you become a lady, because that's what I
yeah,
heard. You become a
Right.
right,
lady now. Okay, I don't want to become a lady right now. That was my response.
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So I mean, it's different. Again, what I say, knowledge is power,
Power all
right?
the time.
And the
Yeah,
more we know and understand, we can tell, we can let our children understand. So when something starts to affect them,
right.
um they would have an idea, instead of trying to go through life like feeling like they're losing their minds, because
Right.
honestly we feel like that sometimes.
Yeah, I think too. So, and familiar with you, you have more girls. I mean, you have
Mm-hmm.
your son, but you
Right.
more have girls, and
Yeah, I have girls.
I sure you talk to them more now
Mm-hmm.
than
Mm-hmm.
before how you grew up,
That's correct.
especially teenagers.
Mm-hmm.
I think too it's different because back then I didn't learn. I friends teach me, you know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
that was not a topic that your parents would discuss with you when you become a young lady, or what to do when this
Mm-hmm.
happen, and things like that. So they never really talk about the birds and the bees really. Everything was just quiet. and
Exactly. Right.
so now we talking more about it and having conversations, and that's why I think more women now is more inclined and really talks about the menopause, because some women, every single woman I know, goes through it differently. some
Right.
Yes.
some still hot, some
Mhm,
still every minute they're hot,
mhm.
sweating, drip. You asking them, you okay? Yeah, having a hot flash. Don't matter. Some people go through it for years and years and years, and they still have it bad. But
Right.
I must say my experience was never like that, thank God. I've went through it and without no really hiccup to say that I was really sick, bad, bad, bad. So
Right.
that's really good when we could come out and have the conversation, because a lot of people need help too and they don't know how to
Yes,
get help.
yes. And I
Very
mean,
important.
one of the things that we need to understand, right? What we put into our bodies is what helps with how the symptoms affect us,
Right.
right? And again, we also need to understand something, that we have to detox our bodies. For all of us who grew up in the Caribbean, we knew before school um started back, we had to take a purge,
Yes.
Right.
right? And I made sure I tie that into my family life. So my kids know that they have that down to my twin grandbabies. They my daughter makes sure and give them a little clean outs now and again to, as we call, worm, to worm them out, you
Right.
Mm-hmm.
know, to clean them out, because there's a lot of parasites in the food that we eat. And for even the individuals who figure just eating greens and everything, they're okay. Still, they're parasites. There are parasites no matter what. There's still preservatives and different stuff that is put to maintain the shelf life of the food. So you still
Right.
have to clean your body. It is necessary to clean your body.
Right.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm,
Very, very
that's good
important.
information there.
Absolutely.
mm-hmm,
Yes, and it's really important, I think, why we love you when you come on, because you truly talk about this idea of mind, body, and soul, and the three have to work together. It's like if
Yes.
you have one and not the other, you're never in complete balance. And it's interesting when you think of the three, because you think of the three as a trinity, you think of three as a balance and everything that makes us who we are. And those things all have to come together, and that's why it's important to just have knowledge of what
Right.
we're eating, what we're putting in our bodies, what we're thinking about, because that also deteriorates our outside appearance, and
mm-hmm.
deteriorates what's going on in our head. So
Right.
it's really important that those three things are in connection with each other, because when one is off, it can throw off the others. So
All
Yes,
the time.
yes,
Yeah.
awesome.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
most definitely. Most
Mhm.
Yeah.
definitely. It's very important because your body can be healthy, but
Right.
if your
Right.
mind is not, it can totally affect you.
All the
Hmm.
time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
Yeah.
always say mind, body, and soul. They all work
Mm-hmm.
together.
They do. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Really, really
So
Yep.
Paula,
important.
with Mother's Day coming up, what we could look forward to for Mother's Day, and I know Father's Day coming up also. What good stuff you have for the parents?
Yeah. Well, May is my month. That's my birth month. So I celebrate every day
Me
in May.
too.
And
I
Philia
thought,
also.
Yeah.
what day in May, Philia?
I'm May 3rd.
Okay, and I'm May 2nd. So
Yay!
Yay!
Happy birthday, buddy.
so I
Awesome.
like literally, that month is spoiled. It's a
Mhm.
spoiled month.
Yes.
Um so I will most likely put something together for Mother's Day, even if it's not done on Mother's Day, because I have
Mhm.
4 children and grandbabies. So I gotta be spoiled on that day.
Mhm.
Um so, but I will put something, even if it's not in the week. I do have packages that is on my site for
Mhm.
Mother's Day,
Right.
but sometimes I do customize certain treatments, give it a little discount.
Right.
Um, and then for fathers also, I do the same thing, because there are wives and daughters who normally would book treatments for their husband or their father, and same thing for the mother. So even if it's not done on Mother's Day, I do what is throughout the week, or I might extend it. Or for instance, if you want to buy um a gift for your mom, you can purchase it and still have it done another day. So
Okay.
those are the
Good.
the
Good.
opportunities.
And
Okay.
you do couples therapy also, right? Like massages and different things.
Yes, we do
Beautiful.
that. Yes.
Would love to do that.
Okay. Good. Good.
Okay.
Good.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that's
Mhm.
good. So
Yeah.
with the hats and caps, I think the theme is very good. I think it's
Mhm.
very catchy too. You know, just like I saw someone had sneakers and bling or some kind of thing like that,
Yeah.
people
Mhm.
getting very innovative now.
Pearls and
You
pumps.
have
I was
to.
there recently.
Yeah, yeah. So
Li-
tell us a
My
little
thing.
bit
Yeah, go
mhm,
ahead. Sorry, I'm
Mhm.
sorry. Go ahead.
about the different women who you say will be there also. Is only ladies or we have men also? It's just ladies.
The event is open for both men
Okay.
and women, right? On my panel, it's a group of ladies. As again, I'm going to have a doctor and 2 nurses. I'm going to
Right.
have an occupational therapist slash fitness trainer, and I'm going to have a wellness doula. She is focus, her concentration is on the reproductive system.
Right.
So pretty much because we are speaking about the hormones for the woman, the menopausal symptoms, each woman is going to deliver the whys, the do's, the benefits, right? That
Okay.
is going to help with the symptoms. And again, I am going to tie in the ED. So I will be speaking on both, but I will be tying in the ED for the men that's there. Um,
Right.
we're not going to go deep
Right.
into unless until I do another one where I have guys on my panel that's going to
Right.
direct that, because I have to find a man that is really comfortable
Right.
in his skin to come and speak about what he went through, because this
Right.
conversation for me, it's deep for me. It is something that I am going through, and I want to help other women,
Right.
right, to understand us,
Right.
and to not be ashamed, to not it's a stage in our life that we need to embrace, right, and have grace. Don't be so hard on ourselves,
Right.
and speak to others. So I just find it necessary to create a space where we can come together, we can have the discussion, we can take away information, and while doing all of that, we can laugh, we can have fun, we can make it fashionable, we can eat, because again, it's a brunch and there's going to be a lot to eat. You can shop, and
Right.
again, you can meet, greet. Everyone who are entrepreneurs can bring their business cards. They can tap in and connect, because you never know who
Right.
you might meet there that might give you some information on something that you need to know about.
Right.
So that is what I am doing at my event. I am bringing us together so that we can collaborate, have
Right.
fun while collaborating, and truly understanding what we are going through without being ashamed, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nicole is saying, yeah, you learn as you go along. And she said her mama was the 13th of May also. My question
Okay.
to you was, what is a doula? Because what that signifies.
Okay, so a doula is her profession is a nurse, like a baby nurse. However, a
Okay.
baby nurse actually takes care of the baby. The
Right.
doula does it both before and after the
To
baby is
care.
born. The doula comes into care, but the doula also is there while the mom is going through the birthing time. So she's there
Okay.
helping her through, like a
Right.
midwife,
Oh,
right?
okay. All right.
So
Okay.
doula is like a midwife,
Midwife.
sorry,
Okay,
right?
yeah,
So
because I was
she's
like a doula. It sounds like something Indian, So that's why I
yeah,
said let me clarify what it is because I know someone out there might be asking to what's a doula because that's the first time.
yeah,
Midwife, yeah, I know midwife.
yes, yes. So that's
Yeah.
why she works on the reproductive. So she's also a wellness coach and a doula. So she works on. We speak on the same topics, but that's her concentration.
Right,
But we speak on the same topics of understanding and experience.
right,
And yes, a doula is something that a lot of women, me understanding and knowing now, it's a great person to have throughout that process, right?
right.
Just before birthing, during the birthing process, and a little after the birthing process, if you wanted to go that far, if you don't have a community, right? if you
Okay.
don't have if you don't have the support, that's someone that you can literally call on.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
good to know. Talia?
yeah.
No, I don't have any comments. I was just writing down some of the stuff that she says. So
Yeah,
I'm
I
taking the
think too,
information down.
it's very interesting when we could come together as a community
Hmm.
because I think sometimes we don't have that support again
Yeah.
and
Hmm.
having each and every one in that same umbrella.
Mm-hmm.
I think it will be a great dynamic,
Mm-hmm.
to come out and really see what it's about and stuff.
Yeah.
Could you tell people where they can get tickets and different things like that?
Okay, so anyone who is interested can go on Eventbrite and purchase your ticket. Again, the event is April 12th. It's at the Marriott JFK. I decided to pick that location because it's beautiful. It's pretty. The area where it's going to be held is really nice.
Right,
And I wanted to give, for me, everything is intentional. So I
right.
wanted to give the experience, right?
Yes,
And the gifting, it have to be meaningful. So you're spending $75, including, Eventbrite fee, and you're literally getting more than you're spending,
right,
right? And I want people to understand that. So place, position,
right,
products,
right,
information, education, empowerment, you're getting all of those things, one day, right?
right,
And it's like it's Sunday. It's gonna feel like you're in church, when we each you go to church, and the pastor, the reverend, the priest, is delivering his sermon or her sermon. And every one of us is taking away something different,
right,
right? From the info. We're all hearing the same thing, but
Mhm.
we are receiving it differently
right,
based on what's going on in our lives,
right.
right?
Mhm.
And this is what hats and caps, where style meets brunch, is
Right.
going to be. That is what it's going to be. It's going to
Awesome.
be a Sunday sermon.
Love it. Yes. That's a
That's great.
good, yeah, that's a good ring to it too, because also if you came from church and went, it would be perfect because you'll be in your Sunday best and then coming in there with the hats and caps. So it's actually
Yes.
a great transition, and definitely a good time. It's
Yeah.
great, to start off the spring with such an awesome event also,
Yes.
Yes.
because it kind of brings about that idea of fresh newness,
Right.
discovery. So I think this is a wonderful event that everyone, if they can
You
definitely
should
try
come out
to
and just
come
support,
out and support
and
Yes.
100%.
support black business
Black
owners,
businesses,
you
Yes.
know.
absolutely. And for
And
that
Yeah.
again, you
price,
just said
there's
something
nothing.
too. Summer is coming, right? And for the
Mm-hmm.
Right.
women who are getting the serious hot flashes and everything, that's going to be tormenting,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes. Yes.
So, so you're coming, and again, I'm gonna have the fitness trainer that's there. She knows a lot about the nutrition. I mean, I know a lot to put in, but I wanted her to come and speak on it also,
Right.
of a
Right.
lot of the good foods, right? That
Mm-hmm.
Right.
can help
Mm-hmm.
you through
Right.
that process, right?
Right.
The nurse, one of the next nurses that I have there, she's going to be speaking about the IV hydration and the B12 shots and the
Right.
benefits of that for us while we are going through this process.
Right.
So as I said, I did everything intentionally.
Mm-hmm.
And for the ladies that I have on the panel, I have them there so that they gonna serve the purpose that's necessary for all of us who are going through the process, and for the ones who have not started the
Or
process
in
yet, but
Mm-hmm.
peri or in
feel like they have it
perimenopause.
right, so that they understand the age limit as to when it starts. And again, it's different across the board for each woman. It's totally
Right.
different. Um,
Yes.
we all don't get it. Over 66 symptoms. Not one woman gets all. It's
Or
spread across
Mm-hmm.
the board, but it's just to understand when you start to feel something happening to you that's strange, you're gonna have an
yeah.
idea. Oh, I think I remember this is what they were speaking about.
Speaking about,
So
yeah.
Right.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because I think too younger women now experiencing it. So, long ago it
Mm-hmm.
used to be people in the 50s, Now you have people in the 30s, 40s,
Mm-hmm.
Start
50s
there.
getting symptoms now. So
Right.
it have no age, I would say. Just now it might even drop the way how times changing. As
Mm-hmm.
they say, what we
Mm-hmm.
eating, what we
Girl.
putting in our body, and
Mhm.
different things like that. So I think
Yes.
it's good to have the conversation. Some people have headaches too, and sometimes,
Yes.
they'll say, I have a headache. Where I
Yes.
getting this headache from? But
Mhm.
I think it affects every part of your body, especially if you don't pay attention to your
Mhm.
body. Because
Yes.
I getting a headache, no, I don't get headaches,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Yeah, that's
So
part of
if
it.
I getting a
Migraines.
constant
Mhm.
headache, I know, hey,
Mhm.
let me go by the doctor and just find out what's going on because I'm not a headache person,
Right.
Right.
you know?
Right.
I would tell
So,
every woman to do that. Go to the doctor, get the feedback, let them do their tests, see, what's going on. If they tell you, oh, you're normal, boom, some will tell you you are going through the symptoms. Some would just say, take this and be all right. And I
right,
feel like any one that doesn't feel well and go to the doctor and the doctor just says, take this and you'll be all right, or take this and follow up with me, needs to get more information, right? I don't ever think that
Mm-hmm.
you should just stick on that one, you'll be okay. Take this and you'll be okay. Right
right,
now, you need to run certain tests. And if it's the case, and then okay, boom, it's the symptoms that I'm going through. Then the next step is okay, time to change the way I eat, right? Time to change my conversations. Um, Time to make some changes in my environment, start to
right,
declutter certain things.
right,
Time to limit how much stress you're willing to take, you know?
Mm-hmm.
right,
Mm-hmm.
So there are so many steps that you have to take, we cannot force people, first
right,
and foremost, right? You
right,
can deliver the information, and it's up to the individual. If you're going through something, the next step, it's on you,
right,
so that's just what it is. It's just about, we're having a platform, and it allows us to speak and deliver. And
right.
if you're listening, you should sometime or the other tap into your body and start making changes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's very important. Because a lot of people too don't like change. Some people just stuck in a rut and they can't move. They get stagnant.
Right.
And you might talk to them and and it gets worse and worse and worse.
Well, that's
We know
choices.
we all know somebody like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So, as you say, knowledge is power. And when we know better, we do better.
That's true.
But
Mhm.
again, it's good information. It's Women Health Month going on right now.
So
So, it's a good time to squander on yourself a little bit. And
very important.
yeah, because those say it's $75. You heard what you're getting for the $75,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
because people spend that on food,
All the
whereas
time.
they can get educational stuff for the
Right.
75 if you look at it like that.
And a
Mhm.
chance to
So
win some wonderful prizes still
wonderful
at the end of the day.
prices.
And the
I
And
knowledge
mean,
alone.
the gift bag alone
Mm-hmm.
that everybody's gonna get is worth the $75.
Right.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
beautiful. Thank you. Thank you
That
so
that
much.
is so
So
beautiful.
yes.
Normally when you go somewhere, you don't really get much anyway,
Mm-hmm.
So why
But
not?
Right.
I'll
that's
be
my
there.
thing.
I'll be supporting.
That's my thing. I
Absolutely.
have been to a lot of events, and I feel like, to me, again, I am different. So I do things different. Just as in my spa, I do things different. So
Mm-hmm.
I always feel that it is necessary that we treat people, you give a little extra,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
right?
Yes.
Um, I have children, I have 4 children, and they are such a they're my lifeline, right?
Right.
And I also think beyond me, and my children are here, how I want life to treat them, life overall to
Right.
treat them. So I tend
Mm-hmm.
to want to treat people that same way.
Way.
You know,
Yes.
um, sometimes there might be somebody who might come to the event that might take their last $75 because they want to be there so that
Right.
they can get the information and just be around
Mhm.
a group of people that feels powerful and the energy feels so positive, right?
Right.
And that one gift might be the first, that one gift bag might
Right.
be the first gift bag they've ever gotten to pamper themselves,
Mm.
Yes. Yes.
right?
Good point.
So when I
Mhm.
am doing anything, like I said, it's with intention. So I literally think through
Right.
everything that I am about to do, right? So that's, I'm just looking forward to hosting this event, allowing the ladies that's going to be on the panel to shine, and for
Mhm.
my vendors to also shine, and for everyone that attends the event, for them to shine and to feel their best and to feel, into themselves. They're gifting themselves this event,
Yeah.
so that's
Yeah.
just
Super.
it. And again, you don't have, if you have your partner, bring your partner,
Mhm.
Right.
bring your lady friend with you, come, and have a good time.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it will be very interesting
Very.
um to come out and support. I think we as a community needs to support each other.
Right.
Um
Definitely.
we need more of that.
We
You
Mhm.
make a
know,
lot of
I
excuses.
Right.
yes, yes, yes. A lot of
We find excuses. Yeah.
yeah. Find
Mhm.
excuses, make excuses,
Mhm.
and just don't do the right thing,
Right.
And we're not going for that in 2026. We want
Nope.
Correct.
positivity, we want upliftment, encouragement, because we all need it. We all
Yes.
need strength.
Yes.
And you have to get that strength from people that could give you that little push.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I
Yes.
think it's always important that guys, again, even bright, go get it. Get
Nope.
your tickets. You understand? Come out and support a nice Sunday evening. It's like a
Even.
little tea party. I looking at it like a little tea party.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm telling
Yeah.
everyone the doors open at 12 because the event
Okay.
starts at 1.
One.
It is not, it is an event.
Mhm.
It is timed.
Okay.
So I want everyone to be considerate and come out on
Mhm.
time and enjoy every moment of it. And just enjoy the experience.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I would love the guys to come out too and really be a part of something different.
Right.
I want us to explore. I want us to not keep doing the same things every weekend
Mhm.
all the time or every
Yes.
day. I want us to, there's so many different things to do in this lifetime that I want
Mhm.
people to have the opportunity to experience them.
I agree.
Right.
Let's change
Yeah.
up things a little. Let's just change up things, a little, you know?
Okay. This is really
That
nice.
makes sense, I
Yeah.
think. And
Mm-hmm.
guys, come out. You will hear a little bit
Yeah.
about ED. I know a lot of
Another
people,
thing. Yeah.
yeah, a lot
Yeah.
of things when things happen. And I mean, men don't like to talk, man. You gotta
Right.
talk and say what's going on. They
Right.
tend to hide, they tend to wait till it's bad
And
and
it's
then
too late.
nothing could
Right.
be helped. So
Also,
again,
hmm I was
come
going to,
out
I
and support.
apologize. I was going to say, yes, Phyllis, I apologize to you when you talk about the support, but I think what happens is that men sometimes shy away from these events that seem like they're girly, but the ones who actually go end up getting so much information that they
Question,
would
yeah.
not hear on a regular platform. So
Yeah.
it's also giving other men insight into really the woman's world, because some things we just don't talk about with them because sometimes it goes over their head, or they don't take it
Exactly.
seriously enough, or some of them don't have the social emotional intelligence to just really understand what that really means. And so I think that just going to the event is going to be an eye opener. Don't be inhibited or afraid that it's going to be all these women, and not that is even the best place for you to be. So just encouraging the men to come out, support your women, support sisters, support the moms, support your daughters. This is the kind of event that you definitely do not want to miss. And one question, Paula, is it only on Eventbrite, or are they also taking payments at the door?
No payments at the door. It's
Okay.
only on Eventbrite. For
Hmm.
whatever reason a person feel like Eventbrite, they're not computer savvy or anything, they can reach
Right.
out to me. They can Zell me. Then
Okay.
Right.
I will
Perfect.
go on Eventbrite and
And
just like,
purchase.
make
Perfect.
sure purchase it, put their names there and stuff like
Okay.
that.
Sounds good.
Um,
Thank you.
and I want to just piggyback quickly on what you just said about
Mm-hmm.
Right.
them not coming to the event because they feel like it's girly.
Girl,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Now, let's think about church. Again, I'm gonna take it back to church,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
When we were growing up and we attended church, the majority was always the woman.
Right.
Yes.
The majority was always the woman. And we need to understand why. That's a topic I'm not gonna touch. But now if you see certain churches, you're seeing a lot of guys in the churches now
Mm-hmm.
because the
Right.
dynamic of the church, the dynamic of the delivery, the dynamic of the presence and everything that's taking place, it's different,
Mm-hmm.
right? So the
Mm-hmm.
guys are actually coming in. Baby showers back then. You wouldn't see
Yes.
a guy at a baby shower. Now
Mm-mm.
you
It's
see
true.
more men at the baby shower than women.
Right.
So, with time, change with time and stuff like that. And again, with encouragement.
Right.
With encouragement.
Right.
Guy, come go with me. You bring a guy out with you. He sees that you call it. I went to this
Yeah.
event and it was so nice. Boom. So the next time now he's gonna tell his friend.
Right.
And that's how it goes.
That's how it goes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful point. Thank you for bringing that up. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
men, spread the word. Spread the word, men.
Spread the word, guys. You
Yeah.
remember, it's hats and caps
Hats
where
and
style meet
caps.
brunch.
Love it.
Come
Yes.
out and support. We supporting April
Mm-hmm.
the 12th from 12 to 6, right, Paula?
No, from 1 p.m. to
One,
6, but the
one to
1
doors
six
open at
at
12. So you
12.
12.
could start
Mm-hmm.
coming in, be seated, so that we
Mm-hmm.
can start the event at 1 p.m. on time. So yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Mhm.
great.
And $75 a person on Eventbrite plus
75 plus
taxes and fees.
Eventbrite
Okay.
fee. Again,
Yeah.
if you
Mm-hmm.
feel like you're not savvy
Savvy.
with the
Reach out to you.
computer or Eventbrite, you can
Mm-hmm.
DM me. If you ladies want, you can type the number,
Okay.
text the number for anyone that's on your live.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
They can DM me at 347
Mm-hmm.
203
Mm-hmm.
1276,
Okay.
and they can Zell me and then I'll purchase their name purchase the ticket so that their name is on the list for Eventbrite for when they come there.
Okay.
It's
That's good information.
no purchasing
At the
tickets at
door.
the door. Mm-mm.
Thank you for letting us know and confirming
Yeah.
that
Yes.
information. We will be traveling from Maryland, but I'm gonna let Quan know so that we can definitely try to be there together. But one of us is definitely we're definitely going to look forward to
Right.
being there.
You
I
say
don't
three
I
four
wouldn't want to miss
seven.
it.
Paula, what's the number again?
347
Uh-huh.
two zero
203
three one two
1276.
seven six.
Yeah, got it.
Okay,
Okay.
good.
Thank you,
All
love.
right.
And they could also go on
Mm-hmm.
for the savvy individuals. You can click on the link in my bio at
Mm-hmm.
Steam Lounge and Spa on
Okay,
Right.
Instagram.
so okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. So I think we have all the information here down pat.
Mm-hmm. I'm back.
Okay.
Paula, we want to say thank you so much for being our
Thank you.
guest. The
Mm-hmm.
Thank
hour just
you.
flies so fast.
It does.
you know.
Always when you're
Um,
having fun.
always
Yes,
when you're having
yes,
fun, right?
Hmm.
yes, yes, yes,
It's
So we
beautiful.
know
yes,
we want your guys to come out and just
Hmm. Support.
support us. And we're gonna have a lot of panel, a lot of great topics.
Yeah.
Come out, as she said. The doors will be open at 12,
12.
but it
Yep.
starts at 1.
Yep.
And guys, you can't go wrong with the price. Come out with your fancy hat. I know I'll be seeing so many.
yes,
So, we're going to come out and rock and
Yes.
have a great, great time.
Love it.
yes,
Paula, we
yes,
want to say
yes.
thank you
Thank you,
so
Paula.
much. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
always supporting Motivational Monday. Philly and
Hmm.
I
Thank you.
really, really appreciate it so much.
Always.
And to
Thank
all
you.
our guests,
Hmm.
thank you again for the love and support.
Hmm.
Like and share the page. Love in the house always. Have a blessed and
Always.
safe week, guys.
That's and
And
safety. Bye,
do
love.
something good. Do a kind deed.
Yes,
Kindly
yes,
spread
yes.
kindness, spread love.
Spread kindness, spread love.
Yes, all the
Yes,
time. All right.
yes.
Thank you,
Thank you,
love.
ladies. I
Take
appreciate
care.
it.
We
All
Take
right. Have
appreciate
a
care.
you.
blessed night, guys.
Bye, Annie.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.